Let's turn our attention to a veteran receiver that still some questions if Jarvis Landry is going to be around. I know you wrote an article. Did he actually change? Did Jarvis Landry actually change the culture for the Browns? Take us through that and what you found.
Okay, so last week, obviously, we saw the tweets from Jarvis, and he went and had if you want to call it a meltdown or, just a vent session or whatever you want to call it. He took to Twitter, and that's his prerogative. He's allowed to do that. He said he gave everything he had, and he played hurt, and which is great. And no one's questioning his toughness. And if you question his toughness, I don't know what football you've ever watched in your life, but that guy is the epitome of toughness, and I'm never taking that away from him. What I am taking away from him, though, is he, comes in and wants to do everyone wants to give him the credit for changing the culture. So the year that he came in, yes, they won more games than they had the previous few years, but they still didn't make the playoffs. They made the playoffs one time. Losing was contagious, and the efforts of practice were contagious. Not practicing when you're injured, but he, missed practice, and because he was injured. So the Browns didn't go 1-31 because guys weren't practicing and resting up. And with Jarvis, he is the guy a couple years ago that said, "Come get me" to the Arizona sidelines. He, of course, denied that. There's multiple reports out there that he did say that. Is that the kind of culture you want where, hey, I'm disgruntled, come get me to another team? We knew Odell Beckham Jr. said it to them. It was reported that he said it multiple times to multiple teams prior to that. I believe the Steelers were one of them, the Patriots, and I think the Raiders maybe. Either way, Jarvis could have stepped up and like, hey, that's not what we need. But he didn't. He wanted to engage in that, which is fine. That's his prerogative again. So I don't know how much he actually changed because they've won a few more games each year, and they did have the one playoff game, playoff run with the playoff win, almost knocked out the Chiefs in the second round. But how much did the change happen? So going from 1 or 2 wins a season to 6 or 7, I don't know how much of a culture change that really is.